9.1 million people each year. 16 people every minute. As we've been in this room for the past 3 hours, 3 people have died out of hunger every 10 seconds. And the truth is, without a resilient and sustainable food production system, these numbers are only going to keep going up. My name is Anapoka Adazabra, and as a young girl who grew up in the northern part of Ghana, West Africa, I had first-hand experience of what it was like waiting for one growing season, the perfect rainfall the whole year, to be able to grow enough food to feed ourselves and millions of other people across Ghana and beyond our borders. The truth is, the numbers don't lie. 80% of yields are lost to climate vulnerabilities and post-harvest losses, as well as the lack of access of smallholder farmers to the sustainable technologies that they need in their production journey. That is why leading a team of 4 young, innovative professionals with over 2 decades of experience in agriculture, technology, and business management, Farmio, we have the solution. A green kit, a commercially scalable greenhouse structure manufactured from recycled materials, equipped with access to our Farmio Super App platform that allows our farmers to access on-call agronomist services, field officers, and all the production tools to be able to undertake sustainable, climate-smart agricultural production. We support them through the whole process and follow up by aggregating this produce from them, supplying to off-takers that we have built sustainable networks with. In providing these farm-to-table services, we have 4 different revenue streams. The purchase of our greenhouse structures, supporting our farmers with farm linkage and aggregation services, taking them through the Super App platform, so we have subscription there, and also providing the technical assistance. Our target market is smallholder farmers, and at the other hand of the spectrum, consumers, large-scale consumers of our fresh farm produce who buy in large quantity. The journey hasn't been easy, and through it all, we are grateful to have achieved a good amount of revenue, and we are hitting the over $1 million mark this year. Our journey is not just about money, it's about impact. And so it's been important for us to reduce the carbon footprint by ensuring our farmers are reducing synthetic fertilizer application, increasing their yields, and improving upon their product quality. And that goes a long way to improve upon their livelihood and income. There were barriers, so the cost of greenhouses is cut down by using these recycled materials that are aggregated locally, cutting down having to import these materials from other countries into Ghana. Also, partnering with local input dealers and solar energy company help us provide solar energy to rural communities and also improve last mile delivery of inputs to these farmers. The opportunity that we are missing out because our current production capacity is only about 1,000 tons is why we are here. We are looking for your support to raise 1.5 million USD to take advantage of a 7,000 ton capacity that we are looking at. Also, we've been growing significantly, and now we've achieved a good product market fit. We have a good amount of revenue, and we'll be increasing production capacity, reducing the cost of goods, and reaching 40,000 farmers with our technology once we're able to close our seed round. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in this room, everyone outside this room, in organizations like the UN, the FAO, the IMF, the World Bank, all agree that climate-smart agriculture is important to tackling the issue of food security. And that's why we ask for your support on this journey to saving 16 lives every minute. Thank you.
Did you know that bees pollinate a third of the food we eat? However, according to the United Nations, 40% of bee colonies collapse annually, 60% in Africa, and this is not different in my country, Kenya. One of the major reasons why bee colony collapse is happening is because our beekeepers lack the proper technology to be able to keep healthy bees, and in return, our small-scale farmers do not have bees to pollinate their farms. At the age of 9 months, my parents took me from Nairobi to go live up country with my grandparents. This was due to unavoidable circumstances. Having lived with my grandparents for years, I came to appreciate the importance of bees in agriculture. At the university, I studied community development, and during my field extensions work, I was able to interact with farmers and beekeepers who educated me more on the importance of bees in pollination. Pollen Patrollers is an all-women founded startup that leverages technology to help beekeepers keep healthy bees, and we also offer precise pollination for small-scale farmers. How are we able to do this? We have developed a patented smart device that is placed under the roof of the beehive. The device leverages IoT technology to be able to capture detailed information such as temperature, humidity, foraging activities, and even movements inside the hive. For precise pollination, we connect small-scale farmers and beekeepers. The beekeepers deliver the bees to their farm, and through our precise pollination technology that is also powered by artificial intelligence, we are able to map up the whole farm to ensure that it has been pollinated effectively. The value that you give to a customer is 1, our innovative use of technology, 2, affordability and ease of use of our devices, and 3, through holistic approach, we've been able to train farmers on sustainable agriculture practices. We have carefully segmented our beachhead market to target over 400,000 small-scale farmers in Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia by the year 2025. We are also looking forward to work with over 10 million small-scale farmers in East Africa by the year 2027. We are currently serving over 3,000 beekeepers and over 2,000 small-scale farmers. We've had a great success in boosting food security in Africa. Beekeepers using our device have recorded a 33% increase in their revenue. And small-scale farmers using our precise pollination have recorded a 50% increase in their crop yields. On the environmental front, we are stopping about 127 tons of CO2 from being emitted, and this calculation has been done at impactfocus.com. Socially, through our initiative dubbed #Pollen Patrollers for Her, we are training women and girls on how to feed, handle, and even service our devices. In fact, we've employed over 10 women as our field agents as we speak. We also have partners, Halcyon being one of them. Our team consists of this group: Juliet Wanjohi, who has a 10-year experience in agriculture, having worked with entities such as Syngenta. We have Charity Wairimo, who is in charge of business. Daniel Dumbi, who is our computer engineer, making sure that our interface is customer-friendly. And we have Peter Akej, who is in charge of every device that is brought to our company. We have our ask of 250,000. This will go to develop extra devices. We are also going to hire an extra team, and the other amount will go to automation. We are also looking for customers, and we're also looking to work with IoT companies so that we can be able to develop our device in a good way. Our team consists of passionate women who love agriculture, serial entrepreneurs, and data scientists who come together to ensure that everyone wins: nature, beekeepers, and small-scale farmers. And we do all this to ensure that Africa is food secure. And that's why I'm urging you today to join us in this journey so that we may be able to provide food through pollination to African countries. Thank you.
I'm not fluent in English, but this is my story. I have to tell it. My name is Ida Solitoke. I'm with Kofi Nomeji. We co-founded Baobaby as a solution that uses local vegetables to fight baby malnutrition. Our journey started a few years ago when I had my baby. It was very difficult for me to feed him because I did not have enough breast milk. The best alternative were to buy milk-based formulas that were very expensive for me and for millions of African mothers in the same situation. In my case, I had an idea to mix local vegetables to feed my baby, and he grew strong and healthy. I want to share this solution with other African mothers in the same situation. That is when I met with Kofi, who was looking for a solution to improve the female farmers' access to the markets. We align our goal by creating Baobaby as a solution that makes food system more inclusive for local female farmers and for babies. We have an innovative circular business model that uses mobile money to source crops directly from female farmers, transform these crops into formulas that are distributed back in local communities. In terms of value proposition compared to milk-based formulas, Baobaby contains similar and more essential nutrients. It also contains natural antioxidants that make baby growth and health. In terms of social impacts, our formulas are, in terms of social impact, Baobaby contribute to zero hunger and better health, and we empower women by improving the income of local female farmers. In terms of positioning, our formulas are 3 times less expensive than milk-based formulas. Our pricing helps us extend the market of local and poor and local areas where households can afford our formulas. We hope to scale to other West African countries and get 5% of West African formulas market. Yeah. In terms of our business model is financially strong, and we have an average 45% growth for the last 2 years, and 15%. Thank you. And at least 15% net profit. In terms of milestone, we reached 3 regions in Togo and saved 30,000 children from stunting. To achieve these results, we have a core team of 4 young people who work in local, in rural development, social marketing, in marketing and social development.
Our ask is $500,000, and we hope to use it to develop new formulas and also extend to new regions by investing in marketing and increasing our production capacity. So with that money, our impact will be for the next 3 years to quadruple our revenue, and in the process to save the lives of 300,000 babies from stunting and improve the condition of 1,500 female farmers. And again, in the process, we also hope to save millions of liters of fresh water and also avoid tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. So, let's work together to fight baby hunger.
I am Josephine Adeti.
And I'm Ivan Otieno.
And together we co-founded Radava Mercantile. Radava Mercantile is linking agriculture to the financial markets. The problem here is that due to market inefficiencies, over 250 million smallholder farmers in sub-Saharan Africa fail to market their produce and manage price risk effectively. As a result, their working capital keeps shrinking, threatening not only their livelihoods but also food security. In order to help smallholder farmers to avoid post-harvest losses and gain a better return on their agricultural investment, we facilitate them to access well-equipped warehouses where they can hold on to their produce until it fetches a better price in the market. We give them the ability of using their stored produce as a collateral for accessing loans, suppose they need immediate finance. We provide them with real-time market information so they know where to sell their produce, at what price, and at what time. And lastly, we connect them to a good market. We have a product which is a commodity exchange market. This is an online platform that enables seamless transaction of digital receipts, which are issued by the warehouse receipt system. Here is how it works. So farmers bring their grains and cereals to the warehouse. They're issued with an electronic blockchain-backed receipt. So this receipt serves two purposes. One, it acts as a collateral for accessing loans of up to 60% of the value of produce stored in the warehouse. And two, that same receipt is a one-you trade in a commodity exchange market. And the ownership of the receipt can be transferred from one person to the other, just like a land title deed. So when the ownership of the receipt transfers to the next person, the ownership of the goods in the warehouse also becomes the other person's. Our target customers are farmers who deal with grains and cereals. We have also off-takers, aggregators, and institutions that request supply of cereals and grains in large quantities. And lastly, we have a category called individual and institutional investors. These are people who do not want to partake in the day-to-day transactions of agriculture, but they want to benefit from it. So they simply trade and invest in the commodity exchange market, just the way you'll do in the stock market.
So we make money through two main ways. The first one is a 5% transaction fees on our beloved commodity exchange platform, and then a 10% markup on the off-takers. So onto the market size, we have a total addressable market of $10 billion, serviceable addressable market of $2.1 billion, and then a serviceable obtainable market of $500 billion. And this is based on the annual demand of grains and cereals. So this work that we are doing has been made possible because of the seven full-time employees and 30 casual laborers. So we've been able to work to service 1,200 farmers, transacting 542 tons, and raised up to 145,200 USD in capital. So our competitors are made up of Apex, East African Grain Council. We also have brokers and middlemen. However, for us, our farmers are able to have 100% control of their produce until the very end. We also have a special relationship with the Warehouse Receipt System Council and the National Cereals and Produce Board. So through that special relationship, we've been able to provide the farmers with efficient storage, transport, and logistics. So the team that is making this a reality is made up of our CEO, Isaac Washira, supporting the team in leadership and finance. We have Josephine Adeti supporting the team in terms of strategy, communications, and myself supporting the team in operations and chain management. So we are asking for 200,000 USD. This is going to enable us to transact up to 2,000 tons of agricultural commodities with a projected revenue of 50,000 USD. And this will also enable us to reach out to 10,000 customers and achieve a 25% year-on-year growth. So we welcome you to join us in helping the smallholder farmers in Africa and beyond at the marketplace.
Thank you. And now we are about to hear from a powerhouse from Rwanda, an amazing, amazing woman who is Francine. She's the founder of Munyax Eco.
In fact, I was born in Belgium. I was lucky, and I went back to Rwanda when I was 7 years old. And then very few years later, we had to run away. We went to Congo, where we were refugees. I didn't have access to electricity suddenly, so imagine that. No electricity, no water, and later on, we managed, thanks to my mother, who was fighting, we managed to go to study in Belgium, and then later on, when working for the International Committee of the Red Cross, when traveling all over the world, I saw the same issue, exact same issue, no access to electricity. So that's how I decided to quit my job at the Red Cross and to start a business in solar energy, resolving various problems linked to access to electricity. And it was my case when I was a child. 48% don't have access to electricity of people. They don't have lighting, you don't have a refrigerator, you lose food, lost harvest, you use fossil fuel, which is high, candles, high cost. and also you emit carbon due to your activity. So our company, Muniaxeco, proposed solutions: solar water heaters, solar home system, mini-grid for rural areas, solar street lights, solar water pumping, solar cold rooms, solar fridges, and also PV for urban areas. We can do that thanks to a business model where we use cash payment. We propose cash payment, also a payment by installment. And usually we are very well known for our after-sales services. This is not enough. We want to do more, and now we are negotiating to see how we can finance end-user customers. We negotiate with FinTech and to put in place guarantee fund in partnership with them, because this is a big problem. Purchasing power is a huge problem. I mentioned the partnership. We don't not only do partnership with institutions, financial institutions, but also we do other kind of partnership. And one that I want to talk very good one, it's partnership for capacity building with high college, and also for manufacturing solar water heaters. We can do that because we have traction since few years now. We have impacted 750,000 people. We have 2.1 million since 3 years of revenue, and we have installed 5,000 systems. Can do that thanks to our management team, variation, diversity, gender, culture, age. So it's really a nice team, definitely. And with them, we were able to participate in and be a part of the 10 finalists of Africa Business Hero from the Jack Ma Foundation. And we were also selected to be part of the Stanford Seed Transformation Program. We just finished this program now in November. So very nice challenge and good for the evolution of the company. We managed to have some impact. Women, me being a woman, very important. So 60% of our staff are women in a male-dominated environment of solar energy. And also we impact also a majority of women. Of course, climate change, carbon emission, we save 5,000 tons of CO2, and also we create more jobs and income generative activities. We can do that and we can do more because the market is really big. It's big. We have almost 100 million people in the Great Lakes, just in the Great Lake region, who don't have access to electricity. So try to imagine how important is the market. And with that also, we have government and international institutions who are really putting in place policies, incentives for us as companies and also for end users to have access to this energy, because it's something important for the future of Africa. Our first ask, 2.1 million of dollars, which will be used for fixed asset and also for mainly for working capital. Not for working capital, so sorry, for purchasing of stock. And for that, we know that we can extend, and that's why also we ask you, we make a second demand to you, please join the fight, join our fight to adopt and sponsor access to clean energy. Together, we can do a lot. Let's save money, let's save energy, and save the planet. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Kelvin. I'm from Rwanda, but because of many other reasons, I think I'm the typical East African. I used to think I was a very good agronomist. You know, I would meet a farmer and I would solve 95% of their problems. And they will always come back with a percentage of their yield. I learned that not because I'm smart, because I've worked in, I think, all the East African countries and a few South African countries with farmers, right from a simple agronomist, a manager, a consultant, and a board member of agribusinesses. But in those 15 years, I kept being frustrated because the more farmers I met, the more I realized that I was becoming more useless in terms that I could not serve many farmers and be useful. Farmers will put in all their effort and fail because the price has failed, because the rains failed, because they could not afford inputs, or because they could not access services, and so on and so forth. So basically, you do 95% right and you fail. And because of that, I decided to start ShambaPro. So ShambaPro is an agtech company that helps small farm business owners to build and run a profitable and viable agribusiness. Today, most of the farmers in Africa who are growing for the market cannot access suitable finance because they don't have land or they don't have houses to act as collateral. They also don't have records, so financial institutions do not understand about their business history enough, or they cannot even predict the weather or the cycles of pests and diseases to be able to predict how their farm businesses will perform. So again, this problem is varied. Across East Africa, only 5% of loans go to agriculture. There's a $27 billion gap in Africa, and that expands to $450 billion across the world. So ShambaPro is simply a platform that helps small farm business owners, one, to be able to digitize their production and financial records, be able to generate insights that can help them to be able to make data-based decisions. And on top of that, we can bundle these statements with services like weather prediction, crop and livestock monitoring, markets, inputs and services, and advice so that you're able to reduce the risk, the average risk that a farmer faces today. So we basically have farm-level data. Again, inputs, what comes in and what goes out. Remote sensing data. What is the weather today? What is the weather after 1 week? What was the weather 1 year ago? Is there a cycle? Is there El Nino or La Nina coming? Are we able to advise the farmers on what they should do when it rains and when it should not rain? Should they weed? Should they plant? Should they plant this crop or this variety? And on top of all that information, then we're able to create linkages to finance, markets, inputs, and services with certainty, not by guesswork. Today, if you move around, people with the market say, oh, Africa cannot produce. The farmers say, oh, we don't have buyers. So that's what we want to fix. So the global opportunity is about $37 billion, and we intend to target a market share of $20 million in the next 5 years. We have competitors, but we're not focusing on them. Yeah, we built ShambaPro. Again, if you see from my experience, we built ShambaPro to be accessible to any farmer across sub-Saharan Africa right now, without us setting up offices or going to any country. So we are built for scale from the beginning, and we are focused on a small African mixed farm with some livestock and crops, that is growing for the market. We operate a freemium business model. That means any of you can go and download the ShambaPro app and use it to manage one farm enterprise with one plot or one paddock with 5 team members for free and generate a few insights. And as you grow, you can then upgrade to ShambaPro Plus and get a few more features that you can pay for and have a much stronger farm business. So we've interacted with over 1,000 farm business owners across Africa. That was the biggest surprise in the past 1 year, and we currently have 217 active users. We are implementing a waiting list, which we will launch for the ShambaPro Plus early next year. So impact, again, we're in Africa. We want to make people rich, genuinely rich, transaction, cross-generational wealth, not this money, you make today and then tomorrow you're poor. We want people to have more food, but not food for eating, but food as an opportunity for business. All of you can get involved in the food system and have an opportunity to make money out of it at different levels. Of course, climate action, I don't need to say anything about that, and creation of jobs. We've been recognized here, but remember, awards are not a sign of success. It's just, So again, Rwanda Food System Leadership Award, Yale Startup Africa, Top 30 Most Innovative Startups, Burning Hero Award, 2nd position market fit category in Africa. So that's how our roadmap looks like, but the most important thing is that Q1 and Q2 will be looking to raise some money from some of you, hopefully. And again, we're a startup. My initial go-to-market strategy is my networks. I've served these farmers. I've been a farmer. I know farmers who know farmers. So that's how we move. And then the most surprising thing is that farmers, small farm business owners, coalesce around Twitter Spaces. This is the shock. It's something I've learned in the last few months, and we have other go-to-market strategies that are coming up. This is our dream team that is crazy enough to think that we can do the things that I'm trying to tell you that we are going to do. Yeah, and that I hope that we can do it. We have about 50 years of experience across business, agriculture, tech, and finance. So we're looking for partners to help us implement our Shamba Pro Plus pilots in January of 2024 in groups of 100 small farm businesses. And there are some parts for them to take home if you come that. So feel free to contact me after this if you're interested. And in January, we'll be raising $150,000, and most of it will go into tech, sales and marketing, hiring, and R&D. So I'm here today to ask you that if you're interested, if you feel that our mission is worth pursuing, yeah, if you think we have a chance at success, I'm willing to open conversations with partners to see what we can do together. Thank you.
Every day, we are faced with the responsibility to make decisions. Some of these decisions might seem trivial, and others might seem more complex. Decisions like, what am I going to wear? What am I going to eat? What route am I going to use to go to work? Or something more complex, who am I going to hire? Who am I going to fire? All this is possible because we have insights on what we should do. Just today, as I was stepping out of my hotel room, I got an alert to say your day would look like this, cloudy with a chance of rain, and I came prepared because I had that insight of what my day would be like. This is nothing different to the agriculture sector. My name is Muiza Muowo. I am a Zambian. I am a medical doctor by profession, and I am COO and co-founder of Net2Grow Technologies. So at Net2Grow Technologies, we are cultivating tomorrow's farms with smart technology. So the problem as I began, most of our farmers lack insight, and as a result, they experience 73% crop loss. 60% of them are financially excluded. And because of the lack of insight, 30% of their land, of their arable land, is underutilized. And as a result, I'm sure it's not shocking to find out that 45%, there's low tech adoption rates. So what's the solution? Net2Grow is the solution. So we designed from ground coming up an innovative IoT device, you could call it a robot if you wish, which collects environmental, soil, and nutrient data in real time. This device provides AI data-driven insights and expert guidance for informed decision-making. So this is helping our farmers make better data-driven decisions because they get information on the environment, the soil, and nutrient in real time. So benefits of using our NetBot, our robot. Firstly, you get to have early detection for droughts. So you get your alerts, you are able to plan smartly, your decisions are simplified, you've planned and farmed efficiently, and optimized operations. So coming to our market, we have a total addressable market globally per annum of $20.8 billion. We have a serviceable, accessible market in Africa of $320 million and a serviceable, obtainable market in Zambia of $15 million per annum. Our business model looks something like this. So we thrive on device leasing, of which 10% is the initial leasing fee and 5% the monthly fee of the device. Subscription, it's also subscription-based, of which we have $12 per month for all our agro-service providers and $3 per month for our farmers. And since we spoke about the weather indexing, insurance, using our local banks, such as Zambia National Commercial Bank or international banks as ABSA. And every good business must have competition. So you would be happy to know that Net2Grow has competition. But we have strategically placed ourselves in a way that we offer digital and comprehensive services, unlike the brick and mortar and the single product offering, making Net2Grow better suited for this. Our traction in the pilot phase, looks something like this. We recorded a 30% growth in the crop yield, 20% reduction in product cost, and we onboarded 1,000 plus farmers and 120 service providers. And currently, we have access to 1 million farmers through our partnerships. Below that is just a glimpse of some of the accreditation that we have received and recognitions, and those are our partners. Our team is diverse and very dynamic. We have software engineers, agronomists, people that have experience in forestry and agriculture. We have civil engineers, environmental engineers, and of course myself, a medical doctor possessing an MBCHB or MBBS if you prefer. Our ask is $100,000 US in grant form. This will go to product development, catering for 50% of the grant money, 30% will go to team and marketing financing, 20% will go to training and onboarding outreach programs. We are also open to partnerships and technical assistance. Once again, at Net2Grow, we are cultivating farmers for tomorrow using smart tech. I am Wiza Muo, COO and co-founder at Net2Grow Technologies. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. At Crop to Cash, our mission is to create prosperity for smallholder farmers. So now I'm going to tell you the story of Ahmed and two of his friends. When they joined Crop to Cash, they were one of the first of the farmers that signed up on Crop to Cash. And before that, they served as their own bank. They've been farming together for the past 15 years, and they store money in boxes such as these, or by purchasing livestock that can die at any time. Now, this singular lack of access to something as simple as a bank account excludes them from the economy. We have more farmers in Nigeria than the entire population of Canada, 38 million of them. Yet, 74% of these farmers don't have access to financial services. Less than 4% of total bank lending goes into the agriculture sector, creating a $19 billion funding gap every year, just within Nigeria. So that's why it's Crop to Cash. We've made it very easy for smallholder farmers to open a bank account on feature phones by dialing our USSD code, no internet required, no smartphone needed, and it's also available in their local languages. We've gone one step further to make sure that they can send and receive money with this account, and we've digitized the entire agricultural value chain by making sure that all the resources that they need to succeed is on their fingertips. We've gone to make sure that these farmers can access resources such as fertilizer, seeds, insurance, climate smart advisory, all on their mobile phones. Now, when we launched publicly in June 2021, we had Ahmed and his friends joining us and 6 other farmers. The following month, we had about 10 farmers signing up on Crop to Cash. We ended 2021 with about 11,000 farmers, and by April 2022, we had 80,000 farmers. Today, we have almost 500,000 farmers, with 37% of them being women. That's 140,000 plus women farmers getting their first taste of digital financial services. We make a 10% commission on the products that farmers purchase on our platform, and that 10% when these farmers access credit through our partner banks. And when we look at the entire agricultural financing market in Africa, it's huge. Every year, Africa's agricultural financing gap is worth $170 billion. In Nigeria, that gap is worth $19 billion. In the next 5 years, we're targeting 10 million farmers to capture just $500 million of that value. So far, we've made around $1.1 million in revenue and unlocked $2.8 million in credit for these farmers. And in the next 12 months, our goal is to increase our monetization operations and to create more value even for our farmers. And we've put together the right level of partnerships that can get us to that level. Now, our path to becoming the Farmers Bank is very clear. We've started off as a financial services provider and an input marketplace for these farmers. Next year, we're going to be opening up our harvest marketplace to make sure that we can reach the end of the value chain. And by 2025, our goal is to have reached 5 million farmers and become that critical infrastructure to financing agriculture. Now, We have a perfectly balanced team of software engineers and experts in agriculture. My co-founders, MM and Chei, they are decades of experience in agronomy, crop science, rural development, and my background is in computer science. And together with the rest of the team, we've come together to make sure that we can make it a lot easier for smaller farmers to access digital financial services, credit, and all of the resources that they need to be successful. And now, we're raising $1.5 million to reach 1 million smallholder farmers in the next 12 months, reach $50 million in transaction volume, and pretty much just to improve our farmers' lives. And really, we see the work that we do at Crop to Cash as something that can create a generational shift in how poverty is tackled in Africa. Making it a lot easier for farmers to access digital financial services, credit, and higher quality inputs that is climate smart will help them improve their yield, their productivity, and eventually their income. And this is income that can go into creating better education for their children, getting better healthcare for their families, and getting better lives for them. And I want you to join me in making sure that these farmers can actually have better lives. Thank you.
Thank you, and I am from Ethiopia, the second most populous country in Africa, and also one of the highest economies, and also the highest electricity, renewable energy generation capabilities in Africa. However, in a country of 120 million people, 65 million people does not have access to electricity. You know what that means? That means the whole of population of Kenya and my friend's country, Togo, together. That means leaving Ethiopia means like leaving 10% of the cause of climate change. So we need to think about this all together. Also, 65 million people is challenged for economic development, healthcare, educational access. So Greenseed Energy PLC is availing affordable, high-quality solar energy solutions for off-grid communities in Ethiopia. Our product ranges from solar home system and other solar appliances such as for mobile charging and radios and so on for home appliances, and also agricultural solutions such as solar water pump, solar fridge, and cold storage, and the likes. And also for communities like this off-grid, we provide mini-grid solutions that includes institutional systems, commercial and industrial systems. Our revenue to date is just over $1 million. And I'm happy to tell you that we have become profitable for the last 2 years. Not only profitable for analysts, we are EBITDA positive. We have directly impacted over 45,000 people and created jobs. And of course, this is only possible by our strong team members. Myself, leading the team, Rekik Bekele, the founder and CEO of Greenseed Energy, dedicated my career on renewable energy, and my background is electrical engineering. Mikias has been with us since the establishment of the company, and he's managing the sales team. Ezra, who has 20 years of business finance experiences in Ethiopia, is also leading the finance team. Binyam, who's really energetic and passionate manager for the engineering team. And of course, we have over 20 head office staff. Our partners has been a key and core part of our company. Halcyon has been really, really helpful. By the way, since I joined Halcyon, we're thinking global, just like our Sandbox team said. And then we have opened our global company in the UK to solve so many issues and to attract investment. And my colleagues here are going to be part of our partners team as well to expand across East Africa and West Africa. We have been really very lucky in the past 1 year. In 2023, we have been recognized in Ethiopia, in Africa, and internationally by being impactful, women-led renewable energy company working in off-grid communities and one of the challenging countries in Ethiopia. What we are asking right now is we would like to expand and reach 300,000 households in the next 3 years. And for that, for the next 18 months, we are raising 1.1 million USD. Please come, let's work together and make a profit, also impact the population in Africa. Thank you so much.